Hello everybody, I'm just heating up my leftover omelet that I had made yesterday. It was kind of a quiche omelet that I made for coffee break. I did it in a rectangle container like this. I buttered it and then I put in onions, peppers, spinach. Hey Arrow McBoss, you're first. Onions, peppers, spinach, bacon, and a bit of deli ham, and put a bunch of eggs and a little bit of milk and microwaved it. And um, I kept on doing it for about 3 minutes at a time, and it came out perfectly. Now there's still a little bit left over, so I'm having that for breakfast. I brought that. It's kind of like a crustless quiche. So now I'm just gonna figure out how to. I need too many hands. I had to heat up I had to get more coffee, and I got a bite to eat. What have you had for breakfast? Yes, coffee is the nectar of the gods. Right. This. Bowl's hot. I guess that's what you get when you put in the microwave, right? Yum, yum, yum. I put in a bowl because it's just easier to handle. There we go. Now, I'll get you all set up here. I have my kitty cat apron on today because I have plans to do a lot of meal prep. A lot of cooking, a lot of cutting, a lot of getting messy. So that is. Oops. Sorry. Sorry. Make sure my battery's charging. There we go. Told you a little bit. There. Now I will sit back. Not having good. I just sat back. Oh. Ouch. Ouch. Almost sat on my food. I put that down while I was trying to put my phone. Well, other than almost sitting on my food, I'm doing pretty good. Hey, Tom Tom. See, that's how that's how fluffy. I did it in the microwave, so and it slipped right out of the container, and then I put cheese on top for at the last minute. Um, when I did it yesterday, I just put cheese on top and put the lid on, and it melted it. Mm. Hey, Tom Tom. So it is a rainy day today. I'm wondering if the hurricane slash tropical storm, that's what's here. It's not downpour, but it is completely gray. I did groceries yesterday. Actually, I had a very busy day. I had coffee break, which is a women's Bible study first thing in the morning, and then I had my massage appointment right afterwards, and then I did groceries. It's a burning day. Is it hot? It's still not cold out. Hey Google, what's the temperature?
In Ottawa right now, it's 13 degrees.
It's cool, but not cold. But I also am warm blooded. Oh, I have sushi here, headbutting me. Wow, 35. That was basically August. We had like one of the hottest months on record here, and even where I was on vacation, it was pretty much the same temperature. See, my apron has a whole bunch of kitty cats on it. Um, so, I got some great deals yesterday. I didn't have too much on my list, but I still bought stuff. Well, I didn't spend too much at my regular grocery stores. I only got stuff that was marked down or on sale, except for things that we needed to replace, like, milk, cream, eggs, um, that type of stuff. Um, and like croissants and stuff. I didn't buy bread this week except for one fresh loaf. I bought croissants instead for the kids' lunches because I still have the bread that I bought 2 weeks ago that I hadn't even touched yet because I used the bread that I had taken out of the freezer. So we got a lot of bread. But got some ground beef on sale. Got some lamb hamburgers, 4 of them for $5. And I'm gonna use tonight some for hamburgers as actual hamburgers, and then some I'm gonna cook up, and then I'm gonna deconstruct them from hamburgers and make meatballs and make it for like a lamb curry. But I'll cook them up and put them in the fridge to use later on. You ate cookies. That's another thing I have to do. I have to do baking this week because I picked up groceries. When I picked up groceries, I found some muffins. Like my family really liked the lemon cranberry muffins that I picked up last time. So I found some more that were marked down. But I think I should make some because it's so much cheaper to make it. I mean, even marked down, they were about $3, three something. But um, oh, another thing I got a great deal on. They even had so I've been eating the hot dogs from the freezer as we've had them for a while, like before the spring. And I was going to pick up a package or two, um, whatever the cheapest hot dogs were, because we like having them as backups because um, we put them in craft dinner as a quick meal, or when Jeff and I go out and the kids want to do that. They like it when we go out for date night because then they can have craft dinner. Because I hate craft dinner personally. But they they had them, the Red Hots, the Red Hot brand for 88 cents for a package of 12. The all pork Red Hots. So it's like, oh yum. So they were actually better than the cheapy ones. The cheapy ones I can usually get them on sale for like $1.50. But this past week none of them were on sale for less than $2. I'm like, what? These are the cheapy hot dogs. They're not that cheap anymore. So I picked up that to have in the fridge and freezer. picked up some ground beef, extra lean ground beef. I got them for $4.39 a kilogram. Hey Google, what is $4.39 a kilogram in pounds?
439 kilograms equal
No.
967.829 pounds.
No, not that. Hey Google, what's the price conversion for $4.39 per kilogram in price per pound?
Here is some information for $4.39 per kilogram is how much per pound. Here's a summary from the website sciencing.com. Divide the original cost $2.64 by 1.36 kilograms to get the price in kilograms. 88 cents per pound is equal to $1.94 per kilogram. You can alternatively multiply the per pound rate 88 cents by 2.2, the number of pounds in 1
Hey
kilogram,
Google,
to get approximately.
stop. That's not what I wanted. I will have to go online because it was a markdown special. Because it's priced for today or tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is cook that up today. The ground beef for various meals like spaghetti or tacos or hamburger helper or whatever. So I could have containers of cooked meat that all I have to do is get the pasta or whatever, right? Or if I wanted to make like a Big Mac salad or something like that, it's nice to have too. Nice per. No, price per kg, 2 pounds. There we go. Do, 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 do. But I didn't even spend my whole grocery budget this week. So 2 weeks ago, which that video should be up probably today or tomorrow, for my grocery haul 2 weeks ago, I didn't spend all my grocery budget either. So now I have extra. This time I did spend more at Costco than I was intending because I went shopping while I was hungry, which is never good. As well as I went shopping with my youngest, and we had taste testers, and she, convinced me to get a few things that she liked for lunches, because she wanted some different lunch options. So my family, my husband likes the plain hummus that we can get at Costco that's a great price. And then my youngest daughter loves the roasted red pepper hummus. So I picked up both. Normally I just pick up one or the other because usually from week to week we don't use two whole hummuses in a 2 week period, but except for last week we did. So, or almost two whole ones. That's because we didn't have a lot of other snacky stuff. So if people are still hungry, I'm like, have hummus and pita or hummus and crackers. Or salsa and tortilla chips. Those are our go-to semi-snacky stuff to fill your bellies. If I didn't make a huge batch of like supper or that price per kilogram, yeah, there we go. For so that's $1.99 per pound. 439 kilogram is $1.99 per pound, which is a great price for lean ground beef, which is your like 90-10. Or hey Google, what's the percentage of fat in lean ground beef?
Here's a summary from the website cardinalgroundbeef.com. That means the ground beef has 20% fat and 80% lean beef.
There we go.
To be called lean, ground beef must have a lean point of 92% lean, 8% fat.
So, then it's 92% because it's lean ground beef. Extra lean is leaner. Hey Google, what's the percentage of fat for extra lean ground beef?
Here's a summary from the website cargillgroundbeef.com. That means the ground beef has 20% fat and 80% lean beef. To be called lean, ground beef must have a lean point of 92% lean, 8% fat.
But what about extra lean? Anyways, it's still a good price. Sometimes we don't. We need a little bit of fat in some things. Like if we get extra lean, it's not very good for burgers and stuff. So what are you eating right now, Arrow and Tom Tom? Is it your lunchtime now? Or almost supper? Wait, don't forget to give a thumbs up. Hey Nintendo 2009, how's it going? Um, just having coffee and eating breakfast actually. I made this yesterday. It was leftover. I made it for coffee break. There was onions, peppers, deli ham, some bacon bits, some spinach, and then topped it with some Havarti cheese. And I made in a plastic container for the microwave. I put butter around the container, and then cracked a bunch of eggs. I think there was about 8 or 10 eggs because it made the big, like, large container of the Ziploc ones. Um, with a little bit of milk, poured that in it, and cooked it in the microwave um, for about 3 minutes at a time. So I think it did about a total of 10 minutes. And it cooked it perfectly, nice and fluffy. And then I just put the cheese on the top while it was still hot and just put the lid on. As I brought that to um, woman's coffee break yesterday because I was on snack. So what are you doing today? What videos are you going to make later on? I have to finish editing. I don't think my grocery haul from 2 weeks ago is up yet. I had it like 3/4 done. Like I uploaded it, but I still had to edit the end screens and the tags and the description and stuff. Um, that should be up today or tomorrow. And then I just did my groceries yesterday, so that video will be going up. And my menu plan for this week, which is a bit late for this week because it just is. But for next week, it will be earlier because I have a whole bunch of meals planned of the groceries that I bought this week to complement the stuff. Excuse me, that we still have it. Oh, I got hiccups now. At home, so got some good deals on meat. That's one thing that we were kind of we had meat, but just we have some ground lamb. We have some chicken. Uh, some Parmesan chicken. Um, Parmesan chicken, frozen Parmesan chickens, and it was 8 in the package for like $12, which isn't a great price, but on grocery day I always try and pick up something either already cooked or already pre-made that I just have to heat up. This only took like 25-30 minutes in the oven, and I cooked up some pasta, and I picked up rosé sauce that was on sale. Then we had chicken parmesan and salad. So, and we only used half the package because it had like 8 in the package. So, and we still have leftovers of the pasta and leftovers of the salad. So, I have one kid home today, not feeling well. Um, so if she's up to eating, might have that, or she'll just have some soup. It's like they're trading off, but this one, the one that's sick today, has like a cold, like a cold, maybe flu. Hopefully, just a cold. My other one the other day had like stomach upset. So, welcome to back to school where all the germs are. It's like, yay. Like a top 5 video of what? Videos, games. Okay. I tend to do, well, I do taste reviews and stuff too. Um, not ones, nobody's ever sent me stuff to try out, but it's just for my own purchases. I'm like, how does this taste? I'll do probably a couple of those too, because I picked up some new items at Costco. Never shop at Costco when you're hungry, because you always spend more. And what was interesting, which I thought was shocking, the amount of food, like physical items that I got at Costco, cost half of the amount of groceries I spent at 3 other stores. And at 3 other stores, I had to stop and unload the groceries at home because there was no more room in the car. Okay? But the stuff at Costco, their packages are just so much bigger, which are more expensive. So everything's like $10, $15, you know? But the prices are better than the grocery store because the amount that you're paying per gram or per ounce or per kilogram or whatever is like half that of the grocery store. So you're getting a bigger package for about the same amount of money as at the grocery store. That's why like I buy the hummus there. Their hummus is $6.99 for 2 large containers that are over 2 cups each. They're I think almost 3 cups of hummus. At the grocery store, one container that's smaller in size than that is $3.99. So you're just getting double the amount of produce for the same price or less. Top and 5, 10 videos. Do you do other type of videos besides top 5s and top 10s? Do you get a lot of views and uh, and traffic with those type of videos? And do you get a lot of subscriptions? Because sometimes, like some channels, they get a lot of views for like their prank um, jokes or whatever type thing, and they'll get the views, but they won't retain them as clients, as followers. I love making vlogs too. Yes. Well, are you gonna participate in Vlogtober in October, which is like a daily vlog each day? I think I will try. Um, I'm unsure. I won't. I don't think I'll be able to do it every single day, though. But I might. But that's a goal, because then having more people coming to my channel and more people watching the videos and more people sharing the videos and stuff, then there's more traffic and stuff like that, and the channel will grow. Because I've kind of been stagnant up to like I've been gaining and losing like 5 or so followers, but being consistent. So, but my views times have been fairly consistent. So I'm like, I don't know. On any given video, I can easily get like 30 views, sometimes over 100, depending on the subject. But, but I get like 5 or 6 comments on each video. So I think that's pretty good engagement with the viewers. What do you think? Hey, Amanda. Sorry, just saw you. Long time no see. I did groceries yesterday, and I bought way too much food. And I should not go shopping after lunchtime without even having lunch. But I did have coffee break snack, so which I brought, so which was this omelet stuff, which I still have left over. This omelet slash quiche, crustless quiche. Onions, peppers, spinach, deli ham, bacon, and a bunch of eggs with a little bit of milk mixed together, microwaved. And then once it was done, it took about 10 minutes for a big rectangle container in the microwave. Like I did 3 minutes at a time. Then I just put Havarti cheese, 2 slices, like 2 deli slices on top, like that covered the container. And it's really good. Now I'm getting full, and I still have that much left. So that might be eaten in a bit. Yes, well, and then, so I did my groceries. I started at 1. Actually, it was not a very bad day. Normally I start at 10:30, 11, and we get done about 5 or 6. Yesterday I started at 1 because I didn't have much on my list, but I still needed to go places, and I did have to come back, drop off the groceries after Food Basics, Fresh Coat, and Superstore. Drop off all the groceries. Picked up Abby because she wanted to go to Costco because there's taste testers at Costco's, and then we spent time at Costco. But I was home for 5 from Costco, so only really did it for 4 hours. So that was a pretty good day. Try and make that vlog thing in October. Well, that's what I'm hoping to try um, this year. It just stays frozen. Like, um, I have a couple of thermal bags. Actually, last night I didn't get finished to putting all the stuff away. Like, I put the frozen stuff away right away. So, whenever I have to buy ice cream, so I bought ice cream at Costco because they had the drumsticks, the 18 count of drumsticks on for $13 on sale. They're normally $17, which is still a good price because the on sale price here for the drumstick brand is I can usually get them for about $1 each. So you get like 4 in a package for like $3.99. That's about as cheap as I'm gonna get them usually. Um, so I bought that. So that was hard trying to fit in my freezer. But see, I went and bought that last, and I brought them home, and they don't melt. But everything else, like frozen chicken, like I was putting stuff away. I still was putting food away at 9 o'clock at night because I had to cook supper. I put stuff in the freezer, cook supper. I'm still recording stuff. We ate supper, so I took about a 45-minute break while we ate, and we watched a show on Netflix called Atypical. It's really good and funny. And then I finished putting stuff away. Yeah, it's not well. I think the hardest part is the not necessarily the vlogging, the editing of it, and uploading. I could do a live stream every day because then I don't have to edit. But it's the editing part. Hey, Reaper Man, good morning. But yeah, so at 9:30 last night, I still had stuff for the fridge that I was still putting away. Like it was mostly veggies and stuff. But I had in the cooler pack, like it's lined with like shiny stuff. I had accidentally forgot that there was still a thing of shrimp in there, and the shrimp were there, and they were still frozen. So this was like 4 hours later. Plus, my house is 17, 18 degrees Celsius, which is cool to begin with. So it it still stayed cold, and I just threw them in the freezer. But yeah, my freezers are full again. I keep on lowering them down and using stuff up, but then filling them completely up again. It's I can never seem to get them down enough to not be excessively full. But maybe by Christmas. So this is the thing. We have Thanksgiving in 2.5 weeks. So I'm thinking when I do my grocery haul in 2 weeks from now, which is the Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday before the Thanksgiving weekend for us in Canada, I'll just get a frozen turkey and then have it defrosting in. Actually, I'll brine it. I'll have it defrosted and put in a cooler with a salt brine and have that ready. So we'll do it on probably Saturday or Monday because we go to my in-laws usually on Sunday. But um, so that's another thing. I have to think of what like we don't do like crazy fancy stuff. Even at my in-laws, we don't do crazy fancy stuff. Like some of the stuff I've seen in the States for Thanksgiving is like, 3 different desserts and 4 or 5 different sides and 3 or 4 different salads and a turkey and a ham and a this and that and the other thing. I'm like, that's way too much food. And it's usually for like a family of 4 or 10 or whatever, like not a huge, like 20 people. Um, we just do a turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, um, turnip for me, my mother-in-law, and my sister-in-law, because nobody else does. And there's usually a broccoli or a broccoli casserole, so broccoli and bacon, or um, uh, Brussels sprouts and bacon casserole. Same, I think it's the same thing with a topping. And that's about it. Well, there's gravy, of course. There's always gravy. But there's not like, and then there's usually a dessert, or there might be 2 pies. Like there might be a pumpkin pie and a pecan pie, because not everybody likes pumpkin. Yes, you gotta have gravy. I mean, gravy is like gravy and coffee. It's like 2 of the same things. But I've seen some people like to do this big huge spread for Thanksgiving. See, I like pumpkin pie. I like pecan pie. My brother-in-law, I think, I don't think he likes pumpkin pie. I know he doesn't like peaches, but like there's just odd likes and dislikes. So we might have 2 pies, but we're not gonna finish 2 pies. We're gonna like have half of one pie and half of another pie, and there might be vanilla ice cream. If we want to get all fancy. And same with Christmas. It's the same basically thing. The only thing with Christmas is that for an appetizer beforehand, is there's usually tortilla pie, that we have as a small slice with for the first course, and then we'll have the turkey and all that. Oh, and there's always cranberry sauce from a can, not and the jelly, not with actual cranberries. My family does not like with the actual cranberries. They just like the jelly. Hey, CR, how's it going? And I remember that from a video you did last year, torture pie. Yeah, we always just call it torture pie, but it's tortilla pie. It's a meat pie mixture. So it's pie crust with usually a pork, beef, lamb mixture in the pie crust, and then add seasonings. There's, I think, nutmeg and salt, pepper, and there's some other seasonings. I've made it once from scratch. It was a lot of work. Usually I just buy it from the store, and usually buy the like St. Hubert's brand or whatever brand is there. So that's the only difference between Christmas and Thanksgiving. And with Christmas, there is usually a Christmas log, so cake log, or an ice cream cake log for dessert. And oh, and at Christmas, well, maybe at Christmas and Thanksgiving both times, there's usually a nut bowl. Like there's a serving tray with like 3 or 4 um, spots where there's like different types of nuts, and that's held out to tie us over until the turkey is done. But that's about it. And then, yeah, there's not usually salad. Sometimes there's, if my sister-in-law feels that there's not enough veggies, there might be a salad thrown in there. But oh, excuse me. So today will be a day of editing videos and cooking food. So I have to cook up the ground beef that I bought yesterday because it's due today or tomorrow, and I don't have room at this present moment in my freezer. So I'm going to cook it up and put in containers for meals, and by tomorrow I should have room in the freezer. I'll be taking some stuff out that had to go in the freezer. Basically, if we have ice cream for dessert tonight, there'll be room for some ground beef. The freezers, I don't know, they're so just packed. But that's good. Like, I technically, like, this is my 2 weeks from the last time I did groceries. I didn't necessarily need to go grocery shopping. I could have waited till probably next week, but I had a ride this week, and and it's on the same day as payday, like pay week, that I'm not off by week. Because, see, I find that it works so much better when I do my groceries on the same week as pay week. That way I don't accidentally spend my grocery money on a little bit of here or a little bit there if I have to get a couple of things, and then worry about the following week if I have enough money for groceries. Hey, boy from Seattle, how's it going? Today is raining, but other than that, it's pretty darn good. Um, the weather was, a bit cool in the morning, but warm the rest of the day. I was wearing a sundress. I was hot, but I'm always hot. But that's also, we had the temperature in our house about 18 degrees, 18, 19 degrees. Hey Google, what is 18 degrees Celsius?
18 degrees Celsius equals 64.4 degrees Fahrenheit.
So between 64 and 67 degrees um, is what we like our house year round. If it's really, really cold outside in the wintertime, like minus 30, we like our temperature maybe about 20 degrees or 21. Yes, and you guys had snow. We haven't had snow yet. It's still too hot for snow. It's 13 degrees right now. Hey Google, what is 13 degrees Celsius?
13 degrees Celsius equal 55.4 degrees Fahrenheit.
So it's 55 degrees right now, which I find is a little cool. But I would still wear a sundress in this if it wasn't raining. Well, even if it was raining, I had to go outside and I got some rain. It wasn't downpouring. I was wearing um, a sundress a bit last night, so now these are my PJs and my apron because I was going to be doing a lot of cooking and I didn't want to get all messy. I tried your cucumber sandwich recipe. That was awesome. Thank you, boy from Seattle. It's +2. Ouch. See, it's too cold. You guys get it too cold over there in BC. You must be really up in the mountains where you are. Well, see, usually this is about, so 13 degrees is about our normal fall temperature. But the past 2 years we've had like summer extend into September, into October even. That we've had really high days and cool nights. So I mean, my garden is still producing tomatoes. I still have beans growing. Okay, I keep on picking the darn things, and they keep on coming. I have hot peppers I still have to pick, and I have root vegetables I have to still pick. Which I think this weekend coming up, I think I will go and try and harvest the vegetables from my garden, just in case we do get a cold snap, because I wouldn't want to lose all the hard work. I know you must have forgotten last time you told me. Ah, thanks. Yes. Well, I still like the cucumber sandwiches. I like cucumber and tomato sandwiches. We still have tomatoes from the garden, and They make them, and I still buy tomatoes. The ones I bought this time were these big, huge ones from like field tomatoes. So basically, one slice fills up your whole bread. Well, I remember that recipe of doing the cucumber sandwiches. Um, I liked them. One of my kids liked them. The other one didn't. But that goes with everything. I don't know what it is with my family. I can't get, well, 90% of the time I can't get everybody on board for anything. Like, for example, soups. My oldest daughter does not like any soups, except for broccoli cheese soup, which my husband doesn't necessarily like. um, oh, and onion soup, French onion soup. Everybody likes French onion soup, and everybody likes wonton soup. Everybody likes the hot and sour soup, except for my oldest doesn't like the stuff in the hot and sour soup. She just wants the broth. Now that we're getting into fall, I want to make soup. Well, they do like my loaded baked potato soup, so that's on my menu plan for Saturday. Actually, by hubby's request, he actually wanted baked potato soup and like sandwiches, so we're gonna have that on Saturday. Also, I found a recipe that I really, 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 really want to try sometime soon. Is alpino popper soup, which looks to die for, and it's keto and it's low carb and it's like everything yummy and sinful. Saturday is the first day of fall. Yes. So that's perfect. So in the fall, winter time, we tend to do 1 day a week of soup um, as a meal. Usually soup and sandwich, soup and a salad, or a soup with leftovers type thing. And that really stretches your budget. Any type of soup. I like fall is that it's the time of year when the bugs die. And it's nice during the day. The colors, the fall colors, like here in Canada, the like where I live, trees are red, yellow, green, brown, all different colors. Summer, I like when I have air conditioning. I like summer in the or where there's a pool or some place to cool off. If I get too over hot, I do like winter. Just for the sense that, like, especially when it's not too cold, I don't mind the snow, um, per se, unless I have to go somewhere and physically have to walk in deep snow. I don't like that. But winter to me is like being at home, having like home stuff, and a lot more hearty meals. And when you do adventure out, like you plan to go out, you dress appropriately, and you go in and do outside sports or outside activities. You enjoy the snow. Um, you know that we need the snow to get the water to help in the spring and the summer for our grass and flowers and trees and all that stuff. But winter tends to be a time of the year where things just kind of get less busy. Like, well, up to Christmas it gets busy because of Christmas stuff, but after Christmas till the spring, it's just a little bit less busy in that things just slow down. Like, there's less requirements on me and my family. It tends to be that just be it's time that I can do more canning of like meats and stuff, and pressure canning and soups. I can like all those wonderful soups that I like to make, except for the cream ones. I can can them in my pressure canner. Um, the summer just gets so busy with heat, and like my garden doesn't really produce until August, and then we were on vacation, so it's just producing a lot of stuff, and it wasn't a lot of stuff to be canned. It was just lots of stuff to eat. So we had lots in the beginning, like lettuces and stuff, and then there's been lots at the end. We had lots of cucumbers from our garden, lots of cherry tomatoes, lots of lettuce, some onions, lots and lots of basil. That's one thing I absolutely love. This year I did plant some basil seeds in leftover hanging baskets from last year, and I have two here. I didn't even hang up, and they've been growing. I've been picking them every week and having pesto or basil and tomato sandwiches, salads or sandwiches and stuff like that. So it's always been fresh basil is one thing I do buy in the wintertime because we like basil. um, Actually, this time when I did groceries, I found mint for 99 cents. That's one thing I can't seem to grow. I can't grow mint. Everybody says you can't kill mint. I can't seem to grow it. It it always seems to die. It'll start to grow and then it just dies. Um, but I do like winter because it's just um, it's just more stuff inside and more like up till Christmas. There's a lot more people trying to be kinder and trying to be nicer, and there's all this expectation of up to Christmas time, and then after Christmas, it's just it's just cold and stuff. But that's also when like the Rideau Canal is open, Winterlude is on, a bunch of different little winter festival stuff is on, and if you want to go skiing, cross country, or downhill, skating, all those things, or hiking in the um, on the trails is just wonderful. Like you see all the animals that did not go south still on the trail. You know, what's here? What's a piece of paper? Yeah, I tried growing catnip once too, like in my garden, and it didn't grow. Or if it did, I don't know what it looks like. That's one thing I should pick. I should go. I have to pick the oregano before. I have just so much things. There's just not enough hours in a day for all the things I want to do. I think that's my major problem. Is that and a I have like bad time management. Is that I might think something takes this long, but it takes double the amount of time, if not triple the amount of time, or I think it's going to take this amount of time, so I procrastinate and procrastinate and procrastinate. But then when I finally get to do it, it only takes this amount of time. And like things like canning, I have to really start them first thing in the morning because there's always family obligations. Like, oh, people expect to get fed breakfast or lunch or supper. When I did my tomato sauce last Friday, was it Friday? Um, I started it in the afternoon. I was canning it through supper. So I put on batches of things, ate food, came back, like set the timer, came back, took it off, put the next batch in. But um, by the end of the day, I'm just exhausted. I didn't. It took all weekend until I got to washing the pot. Like I rinsed out the pot of the sauce when it was done. But and then just feel overwhelmed and get exhausted. Well, that's too true too. Like I mean, this is the thing is that I wish there was more time in the day, or I wish things didn't take as long. Like I think for myself, like with video and editing, I'm not very good at editing. I barely put all the little clips together and I glue them together. I have not mastered fancy editing, um, and that's just not like it's something I'd like to do, but I like to all those creators out there that do more than just gluing the clips of videos together and can do better editing than me because I'm not the best at editing. More power to you. And that's why some people have videos that come out every single day. I'm like, I don't think I can do that very well. I could do a live stream because you don't have to edit that or a one shot video. So taking a video of like of a saying, or like me talking to the camera of, like the 20 things to bring on a vacation or something like that. When it's done in one take and no, but I can upload those type of videos. Or a Q&A one. Yeah, at any of my videos, if you have questions, put them below and I can maybe do a Q&A if you want to know more things about me. Too. What do you do for a living? Yeah, what do you do for a living, CR, besides creating videos? Which I don't know if that would be considered a living, because I don't know if you make much money on it, but I know for me, I don't make hardly anything. Right now, just barely started, but it's like pennies. Yeah, 1/10 of a penny. Hey, Jolon, how's it going? Beautiful music videos on your music video channel. You are a very talented teenager. I am very impressed. I just want to see something. Something tried to call. Um, yes. Well, what type of job do you do to help pay the bills? Like, do you have a job outside? Well, it could even be in the home, because you could have a job that you work from home with. But I'm always curious what other people do for a living. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I don't have any income coming in. And uh, my husband works for the federal government in IT, in accessible um, technologies with the federal government. What type of job, CR? Might be setting up a live stream of Quack's account later. Cool. Yeah, CR, you are so secretive. You're secretive of your exact location in BC. You're secretive of what type of jobs you do. Well, that's illegal in any country. Maybe not in Amsterdam, but oh, that's good. Thanks. You've been burnt online a few times. Ah, that would leave somebody um, being secretive. I've not been. I've been burnt in real life with real people that I know. No, yeah. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's okay here, no matter what. I mean, I've had um, one person who, yep, one person who was chatting with me on one of my streams a while ago. No, I mean, I'm taking their word as a grain of salt. Like, it could be legit, it could be, completely fake and just made up. But they were saying they unfortunately had a criminal record for um, doing something stupid. Um, that when they were drunk, they broke into a house and uh, like went because they were drunk and they were broke into the house and like stole food and drink, like they were drinking their booze and eating food. Like there was a couple of them, and they broke into a house like it was in the cottage country or whatever. But they passed out, and the owners came home and found them and charged them. So they have a criminal record for that. They didn't necessarily have to go to jail. They did have to pay a fine and stuff, and they had a criminal record for it for something stupid that you did, like when you're in your 20s or whatever. But you know, see that type of stuff should be you should be able to expunge it from your record because it's not a violent crime, or it was just being stupid and making poor decisions under the influence where most people make poor decisions. But just I'm going to use my imagination. You're well, yeah, Amanda, you have a very vivid imagination. I'm sure you'll think of lots of things that maybe he's a spy. Maybe he's a Canadian spy. I mean, if you look at his videos, it's very much of a prepper of like he must have a bunker somewhere, and that's why he doesn't want to necessarily say. I mean, well, I mean that's the thing is if you say your city, it's a huge city. Like it's not like population 10, or you say the city next to it. Not literally what you are doing, like what you do for money. Well, the main news around here is that a Mexican restaurant put up the Eiffel Tower because the owner is French. Cool. Okay, trying to get this not. I want to see this. How big is that Eiffel Tower? I just got a message from somebody that needs to call me for an appointment. So I'm going to have to let you guys go so I can use my phone to call them back because they are only at work until 11:30, I think they said. So I gotta get going. I know. I might be on later though. I might come back on later. But comment below, like when this goes off live, maybe comment below with some questions, and maybe I could do a Q&A. It's always like I like connecting with you guys and figuring out what you guys are doing. I messaged Rosie that I was on, but she hasn't responded or popped in. Same with Donna, but um, they must be busy. So maybe I'll come by this afternoon again, and maybe we'll do. I'll do a cook with me while I'll bring you in the kitchen while I'm doing stuff. I think that's a lot more fun and interactive, and I can multitask. Kill two birds with one stone. So, see you later, and don't forget to check out my other videos. And I should have this past grocery haul, as well as the one 2 weeks ago, up and running. Hopefully by this weekend. And my menu plan for this week. I made chicken parmesan and pasta and salad yesterday. The parmesans were already store bought, like I got them at Costco. As on grocery day, I always look for something either already prepared or quick that I can cook up from frozen. So went through a whole bunch of options with hubby and Abby, and it was really good. The stuff from Costco was really good. And then I made pasta with a rosé sauce. Yes. You'll see the package in my grocery haul, and it was not bad price. It was like 12 something for 8 of them, and so that's 2 meals. So we had 1 meal last night, and so I have another meal of chicken parmesan at some point. Bye, friends.